been talking to leaders today. I love talking to people that lead many people. And to be honest with you, if I could just literally come off the stage and I could get real close to you and we could have kind of like a one-on-one conversation. There are two questions that I would ask you, and the two questions I'm about to ask you will really determine how successful you're going to be in this business. Without any question, these are the two questions. It's not like there's three or there's four or there's seven. There's two. Okay? Just trust me on this. I'm an old man. I know this. I've been around the block a few times. And there are two questions that if you can answer in a positive way about yourself, you're going to be very successful. And if you really cannot answer that in a positive way, to be honest with you, you're not going to be near as successful as you would like to be. The first question is very simple. What are you doing to develop yourself? And if you'd say, "Boy, gosh, John, I'll tell you right now, I'm doing a lot to develop myself. I've got a personal growth plan, and I'm intentional in this, and I'm doing this on a daily deal." If you could say that to me, then I'd say, "Hey, we're in good shape here. We're in good shape," because that's the key. You know, what are you doing to develop yourself? And by the way, the reason that's first is not because you want to be selfish. It's kind of like almost a selfish question. Person says, "Well, why do I start with myself?" The reason you start with yourself is because you cannot give what you do not have. So you better start with yourself. Because if you're leading others and have nothing to give them, nothing to share with them, nothing to teach them, then I can promise you, you'll never be what you want to be as a leader. And I can promise you that after 40 years of personal growth, the secret of any success, if I've had any success at all, the secret of that success has been personal growth in my life. And growth has literally placed me where I am. So what are you doing to develop yourself? It's a huge question. And the 15 laws of personal growth, basically these laws are all about developing yourself and developing the second question, what are you doing to develop others? You see, on the first question, you're foundational for your future. The second question is all about compounding, multiplication. That's where you build a huge business, when you know how to develop other people. And what we have to understand about the law of intentionality is that you cannot develop yourself and you cannot develop your people unless you're intentional. And I discovered that in my 20s when I sat down and had breakfast with a guy named Kirk Kampmeyer at the Holiday Inn in Lancaster, Ohio, and he asked me the question, "John, do you have a plan for personal growth in your life?" Didn't have a plan. Didn't know I was supposed to have a plan. Nobody ever told me I was supposed to have a plan. I graduated. I was working hard, doing my very best to reach my potential. But nobody ever walked in my life until Kirk Kampmeyer did and said, "John, do you have a plan for personal growth in your life?" And I didn't have one. I was embarrassed. I thought back then I had to have answers. And so I acted as if I did. And that didn't really work very long. I was kind of like a plane circling an airfield trying to come in for a landing. Found I just shut up and landed that plane. And he looked at me, and I'll never forget. He said, "You don't have a plan, do you?" And I said, "No, I don't have a plan." And then he said to me, "John, growth is not automatic. If you're going to have to grow, you're going to have to grow on purpose." That day, my life was changed. What Kurt was saying is, if you're going to grow, you have to be intentional. I mean, it starts with me. So look at the person you're seated beside, and just say to them, this will kind of be like a get acquainted time with them. Just look at him and say, "You really need to improve." Go ahead and tell them that. You really need to improve.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is long since I came to share here, but I'm not going to share today. As we wait for our trainer to drop in, I have some few new good news that I'll be introducing to our community. Okay. I just pray this works out, but we are going to add something to our syllabus. We are going to add something to our syllabus. It's going to be, we are just going to add something to our syllabus about blockchain. And this time around, it is going to be very different. We're going to add, we are making a partnership with an institute in USA known as American Management Institute. And this institute is an international professional licensing institute. And the goal of making a partnership with international professional with this American Management Institute is basically to not only have, because the information we are teaching people is basically street-based information. When I talk about street-based information, ladies and gentlemen, is that you don't get certified for what we teach you. And so we are making a very close move to provide a blockchain expert program, blockchain expert certification courses, certified blockchain expert training, professional blockchain expert courses, blockchain for expert and advanced programs. And this we are going to encrypt into our syllabus that we teach here. And by the end of the courses, I'm just finding a way I'm going to handle it. I'll be very soon. I think today or tomorrow, I'll be doing a meeting with them so that we now see how we can add this to the Crypto Ambassadors training program. And at the end of our syllabus, we want to give you certificates. Certificates, you can be a certified blockchain expert. You can be a certified, internationally recognized, certified blockchain expert trainer, just to add an increment, because in the near future, as many institutes and professionals want to get into the blockchain technology, we want to add something to your life to make sure that you not only have street-based information, but you have international based certificates across the world. And this will include, we want to widen it a little bit. We shall be making partnerships with Reddit talks with some experts from Binance, experts from Bybit, and we shall be visiting their offices for physical interactions and more to come. So we are building under the pipeline to see how this could be encrypted into the Crypto Ambassadors program to make sure that we create expertism that is certified across the world through this institute known as the American International Institute. So the partnership is already done. I just needed to sign some memorandum of understanding papers, which are going to be either this week or Tuesday. And then after signing memorandum of understanding, we're now going to go to another level on how we are going to make sure that this is encrypted on our morning classes. So that's the good news I have for you. And I believe if all goes well, I'll be finishing this partnership next week. And then I'll be visiting one of the experts where we are going to go into more details on how we get these information to our people in the Crypto Ambassadors community using our 7:30 a.m. Zoom, all right? So as we move closer, we believe that there should be growth, there should be impact, and there should be difference in people's lives, right? And I'll be, I think, just give me Next week, I'll be finishing this memorandum of understanding with this company or this institute. Yeah, so that we get this educational program encrypted into the Crypto Ambassadors training system to make sure that we not only provide street-based information, but we go ahead and create professionals in the crypto market space. So with that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, but the procedures will remain as usual. How does someone receive their certificate? Number one, they join the Crypto Ambassadors team. Number two, they make sure they are using the Royal Queue. Number three, they are good at using their robot to trade. Then we are going to add on the expertism in blockchain. And the topics, like I said, there are around 5 of them that are going to be handling. There will be courses to be handled just here on our training. And like I said, so far now, we are looking at 5 of them. But I'm going to make sure that we bring in as much information as possible. We are also going to add on an AI expertism class. We are going to add on an AI expertism class where we are also looking into having AI experts, because we want to just make sure that we are not adding anything to do that we are recruiting anybody and anything, but we are just providing extra information we believe that people need. Okay. Number two, information that would impact the world. We are not recruiting anybody and anything because someone is chatting me here. We're not recruiting anybody and anything. We're just adding something, spicing something to expound the knowledge of our people. So we want to add on, make sure people understand, have this information very clear to create a better world. All right. Okay. So as our courses are happening, it means there will be from 3 months, depending on the discussion I'm going to do today with these guys, I'll be giving you a thorough feedback. Okay, now those in Kampala, just to end with, the confirmation will be today. But tomorrow on Saturday, those in Kampala, we are having an emergency physical members training, all right? Physical members training. So the confirmation is going to be today of the venue, but I want to confirm with you, the venue not yet said, tomorrow on Saturday. Crypto Ambassadors in Kampala, you are highly invited for a physical members training and a business presentation. I know many people will give me reasons. It's a short notice. It's up to you whether you say it's a short notice and you don't make it up. But on Saturday, tomorrow, venue is going to be communicated on our groups in the next few hours. And it's going to be a physical. We no longer have time. We have a lot to do, to work very hard, ladies and gentlemen. So we have a physical members training and a business presentation. That's going to happen on Saturday this week. No time to waste, no sleeping moments, ladies and gentlemen. We are entering one of the biggest bull runs that has never happened in this world. And it will be a time not only to create millionaires, but billionaires. This is going to be the hugest, never seen in this world, with a lot of factors, ladies and gentlemen, that are causing this to be one of the hugest that's going to happen, that we shall be able also to discuss. But physically, those in Uganda, in Kampala, a physical members training is just knocking your door, specifically tomorrow, which is Saturday. The venue is going to be communicated, all right? The venue is going to be communicated in the next 2 hours from now. So with that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite our speaker or our trainer that is taking us through all this time, none other than Coach Mo, to take over. Don't miss also our question and answer sessions, ladies and gentlemen, taking place at 10 a.m. East Africa Standard Time. Thank you so much, and back to you, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for the information that is shared by Coach Julius. Welcome back from the business trip, as well as from the funny trip as well. It's nice to have you here this morning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and thank you for joining us. Thank you also for choosing Crypto Ambassadors to be your support group in terms of the business that you are doing. I hope I'm loud and clear. If I am, give me a 1 in the chat. If I'm loud and clear, give me a 1 in the chat. As you will be, we'll be finishing up our training for yes, for the beginners class. For the beginners class, we are winding up today. I believe it has been an incredible 2 weeks that we have been here. Yes, I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things on your level of understanding, especially when it comes to candles, right? So all the other speakers or all the other trainers that will be coming after me, they will be building on this block that I have built for the 2 weeks. Yes, so it's very important that maybe you revisit your notes, you revisit the classes since they are recorded, because probably from Monday next week, another trainer will come and will introduce something on top of this as how our syllabus is built. All right. So welcome and good morning once again. We thank the Lord for this beautiful day that He has given us today. It's another opportunity to be impactful to our life today. All right. So let's get into our training for today, as we'll be looking at the candlestick chart pattern, which is a few, if not one, that is left for us to conclude the syllabus when it comes to beginners class. And then probably we'll take a drive and go to TradingView and look at some of the candlestick chart patterns that we have gone through in this training. All right. So can I find out to those who were attending yesterday's class, what did we learn yesterday? In yesterday's class, what did we learn yesterday? Yesterday's class, what did we learn yesterday? What did we learn yesterday? Can I see in the chat? Can I see in the chat? What did we learn yesterday? 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 I'm checking in the chat here. I don't think we spoke about shooting stars yesterday. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me Okay, all right. I was checking the answers. Okay, let's proceed. Yesterday we spoke about the Harami pattern. We looked at the bullish Harami as well as the bearish Harami. They are also referred as inside bars. Okay, they are also referred as inside bars, the Harami candlestick chart pattern. Okay, so it can be a bullish Harami or it can be a bearish Harami, and we are aware if it is a bearish or it is a bullish, what does it signify? So yes, and then we also spoke about the tweezer bottoms. All right, we spoke about the tweezer bottoms. I think on the tweezers, we only did one, which is the tweezer bottom, and we remain with the tweezer top. If I'm correct, give me a 1 in the chat. If I'm correct, give me a 1 in the chat when it comes to the tweezers. I think we only did the tweezer bottom. We only did the tweezer bottom. We remained with the opposite version of the tweezer bottom. All right. Yes. So today we are going to conclude on that. And then we're going to look at one more chart pattern. And then we're going to call it a day. And probably before that, then we can navigate the trading view up and then look at these candlestick chart patterns if we can find some of them. Remember, I said when it comes to pressure candles, whether they are buying pressure candles, whether they are selling pressure candles, there are so many patterns, right? But what we normally share with you here, they are the most likely chart patterns that you can find when you are navigating the financial market. So that is our main focus. If you can know these, probably you are going to be good when it comes to market analysis, which will help impact your trading aspect, right? So we will proceed from there. We are going to look at the tweezer top since we looked at the tweezer bottom. Since we looked at the tweezer bottom, then let's look at the tweezer top, and then we're gonna look at one more chart pattern, and that will be all for today and for the past 2 weeks that we are finishing today. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. I hope I'm still loud and clear, because these past 3 days I have been experiencing some network problems. So sometimes I'm in and out. I pray that today it should not happen, so that we are able to be on the clear note of our lesson. Okay, so let me share my screen. Is my screen visible? Give me a yes if my screen is visible. Give me a yes if my screen is visible. Give me a yes. If my screen is visible, give me a yes. All right, okay. So let's come here and look at the candlestick chart patterns. So yesterday we were here looking at the tweezer bottom. Okay, so we are going to finish the opposite version of the tweezer bottom, which is the tweezer top. So ladies and gentlemen, when you look at these two tweezers, you are going to find that the formation is the same. Okay, so you only need to flip the two. Like I said, there is the buying pressure candle and there is the selling pressure candle, right? So the tweezer bottom formation, it is a formation that tweezes the market to the upper side, which is what we call an uptrend, okay? While the tweezer top, it is the market reversal signal to the downside, meaning to say the market went up after a tweezer bottom. The market went up after a tweezer bottom has happened, okay, has helped us to identify the reversal that is going to happen. So it means if it is a tweezer bottom, then the previous trend, okay, the previous trend, it should be a down trend. If it is going to be a tweezer bottom, the previous trend should be a down trend. Remember, this is the bottom of the market. Normally, we refer to it as oversold area when we are to use other indicators like RSI indicator. This is the level where in most cases, sellers, they come and rest after they have done their part when it comes to price action. So this area where the market is supported, where price is supported, okay, at the end of this downtrend, it's when probably you might see this tweezer bottom formation trying to indicate to you that the market might reverse. Okay, the market might reverse to go up. So a tweezer bottom formation, it is for tweezing the market to the top from the bottom. While the tweezer top, since now the market has been tweezed to the top, then after it has reached the level where buyers, they normally come and rest at this area, if we are to draw a line here, and then we draw also a line here, the market tweezing to the top, right? Now, after reaching this area, you discover that there is this ceiling. In most cases, when price comes and touch, it normally reacts, okay? Before it breaks, if there is a breakout, before it breaks, you will see that there is a reaction when it touches that wall over there on top. So you will see these tweezer tops around this area where buyers, they normally come and rest. They cannot push the price further anymore. They have exhausted their energy, okay? So the market now, it is time for it to be twisted to the bottom again. So that's the tweezer top that helps us identify that the market might go down. The market might reverse to the bottom. So that is the tweezer top. I'm just simplifying this information. Yes, I don't want to complicate it. You just need to understand that when you see a formation of this type, where there is a bullish candlestick, okay, this is a bullish candlestick. This is a green candle, and it is full. As you can see, the pressure, it is full. Okay, this signifies that there is a lot of buying pressure in this candle, right? But from nowhere, we may not even know the reason. You will see that sellers also, they will come with full force in the next session. They will come with full force in the next session to take over from buyers. Maybe I may say, in this scenario, buyers may be caught with a surprise because they are thinking that they are still in control because their pressure is still of high volume, all right? Without knowing that the next session, sellers, they have also organized themselves that let's take on the buyers. Then when the next session comes, then sellers come in full force. As you can see this candle, it signifies volume. This is volume, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said in my previous training, that we trade volume in the market. If there is no volume in the market, you discover that there is no momentum. There is no movement of price, okay? So money should be flowing in that particular cryptocurrency. Then you will see that there is volume. So this signifies selling pressure, all right? So here, this is how a tweezer top looks like. It is a bearish candlestick and a bullish candlestick. You are going to see that probably they may have a small shadow. They may have small shadows, both of them. Sometimes they may not have shadows at all, okay? But what you need to catch is that where this candle closes is where this candle opens. The same applies to the opposite, which is a tweezer bottom. So in short, this is how you can conclude when it comes to a tweezer top. It is a market reversal signal to the downside. I think the tweezer top and tweezer bottom, they are easy to identify because of the fullness of the candles. Yeah, that is one aspect that you can see. When the market has gone high up and you look at the area where mostly it might reverse, okay? So at the top of the trend is when you are going to see the development of tweezers, especially the tweezer top, because it is at the top, signifying now market movement to the downside after it has twisted up by the tweezer bottom. I don't know if this is simplified information to you. Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Because we're gonna go to TradingView, probably we may find some of these tweezer tops. And when we find them, we see how they impact the market, okay? How they impact you as a trader understanding price action. Yes. So if this is clear, give me a yes in the chat. If this is clear, give me a yes in the chat. If this is clear, give me a yes in the chat. If we are together, give me a yes in the chat. If we are together, give me a yes in the chat. If this is clear, give me a yes in the chat. Okay, all right. So that is understood when it comes to the tweezer bottom and the tweezer top. That is understood when it comes to the tweezer top and the tweezer bottom. All right, let me share my screen and then we look at one more chart pattern. Yes, one more chart pattern that is still hanging. That is still hanging. Then we can take some time. Maybe before we take some time, then we can take some questions. Then after the questions, then we can go to TradingView and then look at some of the candlestick chart patterns that we have gone through. Okay, so let me bring this one over here. Let me bring these two guys. All right. So if you cannot find those other market reversal signals, okay, whether they are for going up, whether they are for going down of the price, then you might find this family that is well organized when it comes to their mission. All right. So this family, it is a family of white soldiers. I'm not sure if they are indeed white. And there is also a family, they call themselves the Black Crows. But one outstanding thing is that they are always 3 in number. Okay, whether they are the Black Crows, whether they are the white soldiers, but one outstanding thing that makes them unique is that they are always in 3. All right, so we do have the 3 white soldiers formation when it comes to candlestick chart pattern. And we also do have the 3 Black Crows when it comes to candlestick chart pattern. So I have bring them together here so that you are able to see the difference. But first of all, let's start with these white soldiers that are 3 in number. Okay, what is the composition? I want you to look closely so that you are able how they form themselves, why they call themselves white soldiers. Okay, yes, where do they get their training as soldiers so that they can bring the Black Crows down? So let's go into the white soldier formation. First of all, like I indicated, the three white soldiers formation, it comprises of 3 candlestick patterns, okay? Or it is a formation of 3 candles, as you can see here, okay? As you can see here, there is the first candle there, which is green. There is the second candle there, which is green. And there is the third candle there, which is also green, though they are called white soldiers, right? But it is all about their mission in the market. Now, when you look at the white soldiers, you need to focus on the area where the sellers are resting, which is called the oversold region. For you to see white soldier formation, you need to come down to this area where sellers are resting after they have pressed the price to the downside. Now, when these three white soldiers are forming their formation, you are going to find out that they play what we call a defensive formation. When I say a defensive formation, what do I mean? When they open a session, when they open the session, all right, they make sure that they contribute high in that session. If they are sellers, if they are sellers available, then they should be them contributing much. Yes, what I mean is the white soldiers, when the market opens, okay, you see the first candle, okay, you are going to see the first candle. It is full in terms of volume, which is pressure of the market, right? When that candle is closing, you are going to see that the shadows, they are not long shadows. They are small shadows, meaning to say they did not leave enough gap for selling activity to happen. Okay? They don't leave enough gap for selling activity to happen, right? So you are going to see that when they make this formation, you will see that immediately when the first candle closes, the second session that opens up, there is no gap of selling. They make sure that they close the gap of selling so that they dominate the pressure, or they dominate the power. So you will see the first candle, it is going to be slightly a bit different in terms of size. It's gonna be a little bit smaller compared to the next candle that is coming. The same applies to the third candle. The third candle is going to be longer compared to the middle candle, which is the second candle. So it's like a small candle, okay? If we were to say, there was English that we say big, bigger, biggest. Yes, I'm not sure, I'm not an Englishman. But what I'm trying to say is I want to paint a good, clear picture that there is a big candle, there is a bigger candle, there is the biggest candle. Pardon me for the English, yes. So you can see the formation that this candle, when it was opening, it did not leave a gap for selling activity. When they were closing the market, or when they were closing the price of this session, when this one was opening, it also opened where this one closed. And they did not allow selling activity as well to happen, right? So you can see they did build up until they managed to close their defense. They did not allow sellers to penetrate in their region. Then they managed to push the price up there. You can see that within these three candles, there is no red candle that is appearing, like here, okay? After this formation, okay? After this formation, you can see that the market went up into the sky there. Now, one thing about the three soldiers formation that also applies to the three black crows is that they normally happen if it is a down trend. If it is a down trend, in most cases, you will find when a very long downtrend has happened, a prolonged downtrend has happened. These guys, they are very rare to find in the market. Maybe that is the reason why they call themselves soldiers. Because when you call soldiers to a situation, it means the police have failed. Yeah? When you see soldiers that they have been called to a certain thing, it means the police cannot handle. That's why they go and bring soldiers so that they can bring peace, because the soldiers, in most cases, they don't joke, they don't play. So when the market has trended downward for a very long time, It's when soldiers they appear so that they can rescue the situation. So when they indeed come, you will see that there is very good amount of money to be collected in that particular cryptocurrency in terms of price. So this is a white soldier formation. A white soldier formation. Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Let me check before I go to the 3 black crows. The 3 white soldier formation. Did it come to mind? Did it come home? Did it come home? The 3 white soldier formation. Did it come home? Check it in 1 day time frame. Yes. Check it in 4 hours time frame. But in most cases, when there was a very long downtrend, it's when you will see the 3 white soldier formation. And when they appear, indeed the market will go to Kilimanjaro because they do not joke. They are very rare to be found in the market. Yes, maybe you can see those other police officers like the bullish engulfing bars. Yes, the dragonfly dodges. Those are police. Those are police in the market. But the white soldiers, when they come, then you should know that indeed there will be beating of price. Price is going to be beaten to the top. There will be no joking. I'm trying to paint a very good picture what normally the white soldiers does when they come in the market. Somebody interrupted you with a call. So that has to do with what with me. If somebody interrupted you with a call, if myself as a trainer, I have put not disturb mode on my phone. I activated do not disturb mode on my phone so that I can train. So you as are not even putting your phone comes and disturb you, and you want me, I should be accountable for that. As a learner, I should be accountable for you not being in order. My friend, I'm not gonna be accountable for that. I'm not going by a recording. Am I being hard? Am I being hard, guys? Someone says he was interrupted by a call. Someone was interrupted by a call. So I should take responsibility for that. Is that fair? This world has got no balance. It has got no balance, I tell you. This world has got no balance. Okay, so if you have understood the 3 white soldiers, all right, if you have understood the 3 white soldiers, then you should be able also to grasp what the 3 black crows do. Yes, the 3 black crows do. I don't know, but I went into deep thought. Why these ones, they call themselves black crows? Why these ones, they call themselves black crows? I was into deep thought. Then I saw that the color, please pardon me, this is me, okay? The color that is normally worn when somebody has passed away, it is black. There is death, there is a funeral. There's a funeral. So these guys, they wear black when they decided to come and interrupt the market, when they want to come and avenge the white soldiers, they come in blacks. So when these guys appears, when the market has gone high up by the black soldier, I mean the white soldiers, then the black crows comes in with the same formation, okay? With the same formation. Can you see the defensive force here of the candles? How these candles are being formed? How these candles are being formed? When this one closes and when this one opens, they are leaving no gap for the buyers to come and buy. They are leaving no gap for buyers to come and buy. Yes, just like white soldiers were doing, the black soldiers, they are also employing the same strategy so that they can bring these guys down on these two families of the white soldiers and the black crows. I would say the white soldiers, they push the market to the top, and for them to organize themselves, they normally look at how low the market has gone in terms of a downtrend, how low the market has gone. While when it comes to the three black crows, they look at how high the market has gone. So they organize themselves at the top so that they can come and ambush the white soldiers and bring the price to the downside. This also happens after a long uptrend has happened. Remember, these guys also, they are rarely to find in the market. When they come with their black colors, you should know that there is a very serious issue to solve when it comes to price. So yeah, they will help you, they will bury you. Yes, they will dig a grave for you when these guys come, because they don't joke when they wear their black colors to come and crawl downwards. Yes, when it comes to price action, right? So this is what the black crows and the white soldiers do, but they are always three in number. Yes, maybe I'm gonna still dig more, finding out why number 3. Okay, why number 3? But they are 3 in number, 3 white soldiers against 3 black crows. So this is this formation of the candlestick chart pattern. One is for buyers. This one is for buyers. They push the market to the top. This one, after the market has gone to the top, then they bring it down. So this is the formation of the black crows and the white soldiers. Is this clear on the black crows? Do I need to shed more light? Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is this clear on the 3 white soldiers as well as the 3 black crows? You just need to look at the formation. They are playing like a defensive kind of thing. If you understand defensive, they do not allow, no matter the situation, they don't leave a gap that somebody should come and play in their region. They make sure that indeed they defend until they take the ball out of their region and they push it to the enemy side so that they can go and score. Right? Okay, it is clear. All right. Now, maybe let me pause here. Let me pause here because this is the end of the candlestick chart pattern class when it comes to beginners class. Yes, these are the candlestick chart patterns we organized. Linux, be patient. We are not teaching you how to buy, when to buy. There is still more. I said this is a foundation. Okay? You do not use candlestick chart pattern alone to trade unless you have become an expert. Unless you have become an expert. So you need other tools. So be patient. There are other trainers that are coming. They are going to help you on how you can draw support and resistance lines on those candles that now you know, so that you can find yourself where should you enter and where should you exit, right? Yes, so there are other tools that need to come to be second witnesses as well as third witnesses for you to win the case. Which case? The trading case. yes, you win the trading case. So you need first witnesses and second witnesses, right? Yeah. So can I have some questions in the chat? Can I have some questions in the chat? Can I have some questions in the chat? Can I have some questions in the chat before we go to trading view and look at these candlestick chart patterns? Some of them we might find them. No, the black crows and the white soldiers, it is just a name. They are not black in color unless you change your candlestick to black and white. Okay, shade. The black crows, they can only be black if you change your candles in trading view for the sellers. If you change your candles in trading view for the sellers to be black, and they will indeed be black soldiers. Remember when I started this lesson, I said the green color and the red color, it is a matter of choice, right? You can customize your trading view, including the color of the candles. So if you want white, you can put white for green. If you want black, you can put black for red. So the three white and the black crows, it is just the name. Okay, it does not mean that they should necessarily be black or they should be necessarily be white. No. So when you go to a trading view, the white soldiers, they are green. The black crows, they are red. Is that okay, Shed? Is that okay, Shed? Yeah, check when it comes to these candlestick chart patterns, for you to identify them and for them to be valid, look for them in longer time or bigger time frames. Remember, you want to look at the market in a bigger picture. So I recommend 1 day as well as 4 hours. Yes, you can even go to 1 week. It is still okay. But check them in longer time frame or in bigger time frames. You cannot validate 3 black crows in a 30 minutes time frame. They can be fake. So look for them in a longer time frame, right? Someone is asking I should repeat the gravestone doji. Gravestone doji. Jobless billionaire. Jobless billionaire. Yeah, there is a jobless billionaire here. Doesn't have a job, but is a billionaire. Doesn't have a job, but is a billionaire. So he's asking for the gravestone doji. Let me bring it here for him or for her. I'm not sure if it's a she or is a he. Okay. So let's do a recap on the gravestone doji. This is the family. Yes. This is the family of the gravestone doji. Okay. For you to see the gravestone doji, there should be a dragonfly doji. Okay. For you to have the grave, there should be a dragon that flies. All right. There is no grave if there is no dragons that fly. So this is a gravestone doji. Okay. This is the gravestone doji. You can see that the opening things to consider for a gravestone doji to be valid. The opening price and the closing price, they are slightly at the same price. Where the price opened, where the price closed. Here. One other aspect to consider, this thing here called a shadow, which is on the upper side. It should be a long upper shadow signifying selling pressure, because these guys, they dig graves on top of Kilimanjaro so that when they bury you there, nobody should find you, right? So the gravestone doji it is a market reversal signal to the downside. It signifies bearish market. It signifies bearish market, right? So there should be a long upper shadow, the opening and the closing of the price, yes, somewhere there. Then you know that this is a valid gravestone doji. This is not a hammer. Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the two. All right. Remember, there is an inverted hammer. Eh? Yes. There is a hammer, and there is the opposite version of a hammer. Okay. So this is a gravestone doji, which is the opposite version of a dragonfly doji. This one. Okay. Did I bring clarity to you, billionaire, jobless? Did I bring clarity to you? Did you understand? Doji. Clear now? Have a quick look some of these candlestick chart patterns that we're in here for 2 weeks, laying a foundation that a proper and strong house is going to be built on. Yes. Okay, guys, I'm back. My apologies. Yeah, my network, it did take me out of the Zoom, and my host temporarily exited. Yeah, so I'm back. Since we are winding up, let me just make some people here co-host. Yeah, let me make some people here co-host in case my my host leaves maybe for something temporal. But remember, we are winding up today. We are winding up today. Yes, we are winding up today. So we want to just navigate few minutes in TradingView and look at these candlestick chart patterns, right? So let's go together there and then finish it up, because next week something might be starting to be built on top of what we have learned. So for you to connect very well, then make sure that your foundation is well built, so that you don't get confused, you don't receive confusion from the other lessons that are coming. All right, the other lessons that are coming, you don't get confusion. All right, so let me share my screen, and then we wind up for today. We went to TradingView to look at some candlestick chart patterns there. To look at some candlestick chart patterns there. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out. Yes, I saw something on this coin. Where is it? I think this one. Yes, there's something that I saw that can help me to start asking questions. That can help me to start asking questions. Was it people? I think it was people.
Coach Mopio, are you still here?
All right. Thank you for bringing me back. The network is misbehaving last minute, but I think we're gonna win. Yeah, we are going to win. Let's get into it before we waste more time. I think we're gonna win. Yes. Let's focus on the good part. Let's not focus on negativity. Let's focus on the positivity. Okay. Yes. Let me bring people here. I saw something on people. I saw something on people that can help me start asking questions. Yes. Then I'm gonna come to these other coins. Let's do this. What are you seeing here, ladies and gentlemen? What are you seeing here? What are you seeing here? What formation is this one here?
We lost you again, Coach Mopiwa. We can't hear you.
Okay. Came up with plan B. Came up with plan B. Yes, came up with plan B. I've joined with the other gadget. I've joined with the other gadget. If that other gadget's network is misbehaving, always come up with plan B. So let me bring my trading view in the chart, and then we do a quick navigation. We do a quick navigation. Yes, we do a quick navigation. It's like someone is switching on and off my network. Whenever I start sharing, then the screen goes off. Yes. So let's do this. Let's do this. We are winding up our session today. So yeah, let's conclude with a winning spirit. Let's conclude with a winning spirit. So I was asking here, yes, it is not at the bottom of the trend, but does this mean anything to you? I just want to ask you a question. Can you be able to interpret this type of a candlestick chart pattern? What is it called? When you see something like this, what is it called? If you have been in the classroom with your mind, not only your ears. If you have been in the classroom, not only with your ears, but with your mind, yes. What type of a chart pattern comes in resemblance to this one? What type of a chart pattern comes in resemblance to that one? Can I get some answers in the chat? 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 Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Awesome. 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 Yes. So that is a tweezer type of a formation, but it is a tweezer bottom. It is acting as a tweezer bottom, though the location is not favorable, but there was a retracement. This was a retracement over here because the market went up. If you are to look, the market went up. Yes, the market went up. It has been going up. If I may take it from this level, it went up to that level. It retraced a bit. There was a retracement here. Then it went up to that level again. Then it retraced. This is not a 100% reversal. No. Okay. We are talking about reversal chart patterns. So this is not a reversal. This is a retracement. There was a pullback in the market. Then after that, the market went up. But I just wanted you to see the significance of how the tweezer bottom looks like. Okay? The tweezer bottom formation, because the red candle is on the left side. Okay? Can you see the red candle is on the left side and the green candle is on the right side? The red candle is on the left, meaning to say there was a selling pressure that comes from that direction. Okay? And then we see a full green candle over there, and then we saw the market going up. Okay? So this can act as a tweezer bottom formation, though it is not right at the bottom of the trend. But I just wanted you to know that this is how you may find a tweezer bottom. This is how you may find a tweezer bottom. Okay? Does it make sense? Does it make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Does it make sense with the tweezer bottom? We were just looking at a slide, but now we are in trading view. We are navigating. Does it make sense? Okay, so let me go again and continue navigating. Let us look at some other, let me check other other coins here. Let's go to this coin, though it doesn't have much data, but maybe we can find some candlestick chart patterns. No, it is not enough. Maybe let us look at Pepe. Let us look at Pepe. If he can Pepe us with some chart patterns, if Pepe can Pepe us with some chart patterns, let's have a look at Pepe. Let's have a look at Pepe. Yes. So I want you, when you are going to your trading view, I want you to focus in these areas. Okay? I want you to focus in these areas. When the market goes high up, or when the market goes up, when it goes to the top, okay, when it goes to the top and then it starts to come down, what type of candlesticks are forming there where the market is coming down or where the market is starting to come down? All right. Whenever a price has gone high up and then it is coming back, where it is starting to come back, look at that area, study the candles that are developing there. It is going to help your understanding of the market. Because when you see those candles, they do not only happen now. When you go backward in history, you might find that formation again. They always appear. They don't appear once. They appear now and then because the market has got a tendency of repeating itself, what happened yesterday. Okay? So whenever the market goes up, okay, whenever the market goes up, then check the area where the market has shoot up. Or when the market goes down, check the area where the market has gone down and see what type of chart patterns are you seeing there. Okay, it's gonna help you understand the market better. Let us look here. Let us look here. Let us look here. Okay, let us look here. What type of a candlestick chart pattern is this? What type of a candle is this one over here? What type of a candle is this one over there? The market went up. Let me enlarge it so that you are able to see. What type of a candle is this one? What type of a candle is this one? What type of a candle is that one? Long upper shadow. Long upper shadow with a small body. Yes, if you are to check, you discover that where price opened, okay, where price opened, it is almost there. It is not far from each other. The opening and the closing, they are not far from each other. The opening and the closing, they are not far from each other. Yes. So what type of a candlestick is this one? What type of a candlestick is this one? And see, when it appeared, what happened? What happened? What happened when it appeared? What happened? Now, I want you to look at this way. Okay? What happened over here on top here? Okay? What happened on top here? I'm giving you clues now. What happened on top here when it happened, the market came down, and look at the bottom here. Look at the bottom. The same scenario happened to help the market go up. See this candle here? Can you see this candle? And this candle? These two. Do they look familiar? These two? Do they look familiar? What are they called? What are they called? I'm coming to the Zoom now. What are they called? Those two candles. One is at the top, one is at the bottom. The one at the top, when it happened, something happened. The one at the bottom, when it happened, something happened as well. What are those guys? What are those guys? Are they dojis? Are they Dodges? Are they Dodges? Is it a family of Doji? No. Yes. It is not a dragonfly Doji. The other one is correct. Florence. Yes. The opposite version of the hammer is the one for the downside of the market. So there is a hammer and a gravestone Doji. I mean, what is this? What is the opposite version of a hammer? What is the opposite version of a hammer? Not gravestone Doji. A gravestone Doji is the opposite of a dragonfly Doji. Yes. So what is the opposite of a hammer? A shooting star. I was looking for that name. Yes, inverted hammer. Yes, a shooting star. I was looking for that name. They always confuse. Livingstone says he thinks they are hammers, all of them. You can call them hammers, but one you should invent. I mean, you should invent them. Yes, you should flip it upside down. They can be hammers to you, but flip one upside down so that it changes the name. Yes. So it is a family of hammers. So the other one is a shooting star. The other one is a hammer. So when they appeared, you can see what happened. Okay? When they appeared, you can see what happened. All right? Look at this, guys. Look at this. When this hammer appeared, look what happened. When this inverted hammer over here appeared, look what happened. The market went down. Right? So you can see a family of Doges also in the midst. A family of Doges in the midst also, it is present. Okay? I said that you're going to see also candles like this, which are Doges. Okay? But here they don't signify anything. You need to find them at the right place. Okay? So guys, I think our time has elapsed. We may not navigate and look at all the candlestick chart patterns that we have looked at. But I think you have learned something. The remaining part, it is on you. You go to your trading view, start looking at these candles, locate them, find them, see the difference, and what do they do whenever they appear? What do they do? Yes. If you do not understand, then we do have an interaction. We always speak in the group. Yes. You can pick something and ask in the group. We are going to answer you to show that indeed you are serious and you were learning. Okay? Yes. Sometimes we use our support groups for learning. So you can pose a question there after taking a screenshot of what you are trying to understand. Okay? Is that okay? Can we end the class here for today? And then we'll meet again. We'll meet again for this class. We'll meet again for this class. Yes, when the syllabus has come to an end. I normally come from the beginning, and my other leaders, they come at the end. Then that's how it works. So since there is a new syllabus that is coming, adding to what we are having, then you will see that there might be a long time to stay here. Yes, it may extend our time of stay. So prepare yourself for more learning so that you make yourself better. So let me end here, guys. This is what I was asked to share as one of the leaders in Crypto Ambassadors. I hope that it has been an impactful 2 weeks that we have been here. Yes, I know Coach Julius came here in the beginning. Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's still here since I'm finishing today. I'm not sure if he's still here since I'm finishing today, but he's gonna give a guide how this is going to unfold. Yeah, he's gonna give a guide on how this is going to unfold if he's not here. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your consistency. I believe that it was not in vain waking up early in the morning and join us on this platform. Yes, this is the end of my sharing for today and these 2 weeks. You have been awesome. We love you guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next session of our Zoom at 9 and 10 respectively. Thank you so much. That is it all from me. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Coach Mopiwa. We really appreciate you. Bye.